you say?
On what would have been his 80th birthday, Ray Charles joined the likes of past presidents Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan with his own namesake library in South Los Angeles. The Ray Charles Memorial Library is housed in the studio Charles built in the early 60s, where visitors could sing along with Charles. Well, ironically enough, the social network stars Justin Timberlake, Andrew Garfield, and Jesse Eisenberg revealed that they don't use Facebook. Jesse, who plays Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in the film, explained he used to interact on the social networking site, but not anymore. Justin has a team to run his Facebook fan page. Betty White's appearance on the season premiere of NBC's comedy Community was just the start of the show's long list of cameos. Hilary Duff, Drew Carey, and John Oliver are all guest starring in the upcoming episodes of the Community College sitcom. And Broadway's new Spider-Man musical will open in December. The production, featuring music by U2, which is said to be the most expensive production on Broadway, and Reeve Carney is still on board to play the lead role of Peter Parker. Well, Reeve Carney credits our next profile for his vocal training. This week, our very own David Wiley introduces us to one of the best-kept secrets in Hollywood, vocal coach Valerie Morehouse.
The entertainment world is one of the most competitive industries there is. That's why it pays to have an edge. For many professional singers and performers, that edge comes in the form of Valerie Morehouse, one of the leading vocal instructors in Los Angeles. Valerie's clients have used her teaching, expertise, and insight to land some of the most coveted roles on stage and screen. Most of us probably don't think about what it takes to be a great singer, but Valerie says the process is not unlike that of a world-class athlete.
You cannot go out and be an athlete. You cannot be a pro in anything you do unless you train. You get your body built, you get your muscles going. You have to be in shape, you have to be fit. And if these singers are not fit and they're not in shape, they're looking for a whole bunch of heartache, because when they go out to do a record, or they've got material to work on, or they're doing tours, if they're not feeling good and they're not loving their job and enjoying the moment, if you're in a constant state of worry about your instrument, you're not really living your dream. You're not really having fun. When they learn the technique, they've got the tools that they need.
Valerie has worked with performers on shows like Miss Saigon, Hairspray, and Rent. Her students include American Idol's Diana DeGarmo, Stephen Tobolowsky from Glee, Regina King, Grammy winner Chrisette Michele, the Veronicas, Mandy Mosley from the group Schoolgirls, and rising star Reeve Carney. Whoever Valerie's working with, she says one thing is always needed.
Patience is everything. Knowing that you have to train and you have to put the pedal to the metal. Reeve in particular is a great story. He came to me a few years back and said, I don't want to train, I'm worried you're going to change my voice, I'm worried that Interscope won't like what they're going to hear. And I said, Reeve, you're a man, I'm going to make you bionic. That's the only difference. You're this shiny toolbox and you've got no tools inside of it. We need all the tools in place to build the house. So the more you know, the more equipped you are to go out. And if you want to sing dirty one night, that's fine with me. But if you're not feeling great, you have the tools and you have the training to pull from, so you can go night after night after night.
And despite his reluctance at first, Reeve, who just landed the lead role as Peter Parker in Spider-Man the Musical on Broadway, has had great success. But his success came as the result of a lot of hard work.
At first lesson, I was pretty nervous because I was I had my guard up, I guess. But once we started really working on things, it's more like having more tools in your toolbox than anything else. And I guess I never thought of it like that, but the fact is I have many more tools now that I never imagined I would have had. And I can't wait to keep studying over the years to see where it goes from here, because the results for me have been pretty drastic.
Valerie admits that as an instructor, she is part teacher and part therapist. That's because singing is such a personal thing that outside issues like fatigue and stress from everyday life can influence it. She also works with ear, nose, and throat doctors to better understand the best course of teaching for those performers who may be struggling physically.
I work a lot with singers that have polyps, nodules, pre and post surgery, rehabilitation. We try to keep them out of surgery, that's the goal. We try to keep them healthy, but I get a lot of singers with issues where we have to be in that rehabilitating stage. And you need to work very closely with these doctors to find out what's going on with them. Can I train them a little harder this week? Do we need to put them on the voice rest? Do we need to pull back? So if your coach or your teacher is not really closely involved with that person's doctor, there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of misfires, and you're responsible for that person's instrument. That's a big deal.
So with Valerie's multifaceted approach to vocal instruction, she's managed to help many good singers and performers become great and give them the tools to reach heights they never thought they could attain.
I'm very, very passionate about it, and we get great results.
This is Valerie, girls. She is one of LA's top vocal coaches.
Now the competition really begins.
Mariella just needs to bring a little bit more of herself to the music and a little bit more of her personality. You're always there giving me all you've got. That.
To learn more about Valerie and how to take advantage of her industry-leading training, you can call her at the number on the screen or visit her website. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
And coming up next, we show you a school that's beating the odds with improved test scores thanks to a dramatic shift in the way students learn. Next.